Welcome to Chapter 11. After reading Chapter 11 and listening to the lecture, you should be able to answer the following. Explain what students learn from the different types of curricula they experience at school. Explain how the school curriculum is developed. Describe influences on the curriculum development process. Explain the role of standards in today's classrooms. Describe the key features of standard-based education. Explain how the Common Core Standards, State Standards Initiative is influencing the United States education. Explain the controversies that surround the push to raise standards. There are three main kinds of curricula, including explicit, hidden, and null curriculums. An explicit curriculum is the publicly announced expectations the school has for its students. There are three main expectations. 1. The goals, aims, and learning objectives the school has for its students. 2. The actual courses that make up each student's course of study. 3. The specific knowledge and skills and attitudes that teachers want students to acquire. A hidden curriculum or explicit curriculum is when the behaviors, attitudes, and knowledge the culture of the school unintentionally teaches students. It may be positive or negative depending on their day-to-day experiences at school. What students learn may be positive or negative depending on the school climate and the habits and skills of the teachers. A null curriculum is a curriculum option students are not afforded. Curriculum options that are not given to students have an impact on students' overall learning. The impact of a null curriculum is largely unknown, but may be determined through comparisons of students who have been afforded different curricular options. There are many types of extracurricular or co-curricular programs within schools. School-sponsored programs to include music, drama, special interest clubs, sports, student government, and honor societies. Extracurricular activities include such activities that are considered additions to the academic curriculum. Co-curricular activities are viewed as having important educational goals. Students participating in extracurricular or co-curricular activities tend to have higher grades. There is a connection between curriculum content and student success. The content of the curriculum in the U.S. schools has changed with the changing needs of society and the diversity of the students' populations. Curriculum prepares students for success academically and socially through teaching non-cognitive or soft skills. Developing mindfulness and meditation skills requires that students develop the ability to focus on tasks at hand and drown out distractions. Curriculum content can enhance students' ability to respond to the challenges that life brings. Curriculum changes are made in the hope that changing what students learn will help solve social problems or achieve local, statewide, or national goals. Textbook publishers respond to the social issues and changing values in society. They provide teaching objectives, learning activities, tests, audiovisual aids, and supplements to assist teachers in lesson planning and delivery. A standard is a level of knowledge or skill that is necessary to perform a specific task. Standards in education have called for content standards, goals, expectations, learning results, and learning outcomes. Standards provide statements reflecting on what students should know and do within a particular discipline. Standards-based education bases curricula, teaching, and assessment of students' learning on rigorous world-class standards. It is based on the belief that all students are capable of meeting high standards. Content standards are content or knowledge and skills students should acquire in various academic disciplines. Benchmarks or indicators are specific statements of what students should be able to do at specific grade levels or developmental stages. Performance standards are used to assess the degree to which students have attained standards, reflect level of proficiency. Performance expectations are the level of achievement, quality performance, or level of proficiency. Currently, there is a trend to align curricula and textbooks with standards and curriculum. Curriculum alignment requires aligning curricula and textbooks with national and state standards. There are two types of alignments: horizontal and vertical. Horizontal alignment is alignment done at specific grade level alignment of all subjects. Vertical alignment is the alignment done at a specific subject alignment of all grades. A curriculum foundation is a document by the state education agency, which recommends guidelines, instructional, and assessment strategies. The Common Core State Standards Initiative was developed by the Council of Chief State School Officers and the National Governors Association Center for Best Practice. The standards are the following: aligned with college and work expectations, clear, understandable, and consistent, rigorous content and application through higher order skills, informed by other top performing countries, evidence and research based. The early reactions to the Common Core were generally positive responses. Uniform expectations will allow students to move between states without having to adjust to a different set of expectations. Standards are voluntary. However, the Obama administration stated that the federal funding to the states would be contingent upon states adopting the Common Core standards. The creation of the standards put $14.5 billion in Tier 1 money and developed Race to the Top grant awards. Arguments in support of raising standards include some of the following: achievement improved by defining what it is to be taught, necessary for equality of opportunity, valuable coordinating function, supplies accurate information to parents and students, serves as an important signaling device to students, parents, teachers, employers, and colleges. Concerns about raising standards include some of the following: the national curriculum will create an expanded role of government in education. Conservative groups wish to undo the educational gains of underrepresented groups. Standards are vague and not linked to valid assessments. Standards describe activities. Scope and sequence are unclear. Benchmarks are unrealistic. Questions to help decide if a standard-based education should be used are: where will we get our standards? Who will set the standards? What type of standards to include? What format to write standards in? What will be the levels of the benchmarks? How to assess? How to report student progress? And how to hold students accountable?